I, Asha Bhandari, along with my teammates Aditya Maheshwari, Anshupal Singh, Anisha Bhandari, take this opportunity to sincerely thank the organizing committee for giving us this wonderful opportunity to share our work with the great audience. We all know that the world has been facing many challenges in the contemporary context, and one of the most among them is the pandemic that has made a huge impact on the social, political, and the economic environment of the many countries. This pandemic has created a havoc and contextualized the need for the reality check of the many aspects of the healthcare system in general all over the world and in India particular due to the various contentions on the private hospitals that they have charged a huge amount for the treatment of the COVID patient. Earlier, when the COVID spread in the country, only the government hospitals were authorized for the treatment of the COVID patient. But as the number of the cases has increased, the private sector and the private hospitals were also sanctioned for the treatment of the COVID patient. Now, there's a stark differences between the government hospitals and the private hospitals on the question of the cost maximization and the cost appropriation for the treatment of the COVID. But despite this fact, the private hospitals is one of the major choice among the middle and the upper class in India. The private sector engagement in the healthcare management is gaining much importance all over the world. But the challenges which this sector has are the country specific. In India, the pandemic has contextualized the various lessons for the national health policy and the regulatory framework to truly harness the potential that the private sector have. Now, in this context, this present work is an effort to look into the dichotomous claims which has been made by the both group, the patients, that is the service takers, and the doctors and the medical professionals and the owners of the private hospitals, that are the service providers. On the one side, the patients has claimed that these private hospitals had charges excessively a huge amount in order to treat the COVID patient. On the other side, there are the claims made by these private hospitals that they are providing the better services for this treatment. To understand the reality of the claims made by these both groups, we have put an effort to conduct a research, an empirical research with the help of using the mixed method of the qualitative and the quantitative techniques to check this reality claims. The research was conducted in the two phases. In the phase first, we have collected the responses from the COVID patients with the help of an questionnaire, and in the phase second, we have collected the responses of the medical professionals and the owners of the private hospitals. Further, these claims which has been made by both the groups, the patients and the doctors, were tested by using the various theories developed in the field of the sociology in general and the sociology of the health in particular. In the first phase, we have collected the responses from the COVID patient in order to understand the reality of the claims made by these patients that there were the high charges taken by the private hospital for the purpose of the treatment of these COVID patients. Now, we have gathered these responses on the basis of the various questions. Why these patients have chosen the private hospitals in comparison to the government run hospitals? What are the services which has been provided by these hospitals to them, and what the cost which they have taken for these services? We also try to understand that what is the rate of the satisfactions of these patients about the services which has been provided by these private hospitals. The overall perceptions of these patients that there was an inhuman treatment and the financial exploitation done by these hospitals for the treatment and the services which they have provided. These patients have claimed that these hospitals have charges a huge amount for the bed, ventilators, injections, medicines, and all the other facilities which they have provided in order for this treatment of the COVID. These patients have also claimed that they have been admitted for so many days, and that was not actually the requirement. But surprisingly, despite all these facts and all these claims which these patients have made, when one question was put up to them, that in the future, if these kinds of the problems occurs in these kinds of in contingent situations, whether they will go for the other hospitals or whether they will choose the private hospitals, majority of them have prefer to get admissions in the private hospitals. So these findings which we have got in our the study of the first phase, as we have collected the responses from the patient, have paved the way for us to understand the reality behind these high prices and the satisfaction rate among the patient despite these high prices. So in the second phase, we have conducted a study with the doctors and the owners of the private hospitals in order to understand that what are the problems which these private hospitals have faced in continuation of the hospitals in this pandemic situations. What are the financial challenges which they have faced? How do they have respond to the cap and the other financial restrictions which has been introduced by the government? And what are the other different social hazards which has been faced by these hospitals? Now we're able to understand that the cost of providing the health care in the public and the private sector is different. And that's the most important reason that the pricing in these both sector of providing the treatment is also different. So this is not the case that only the patients will bear the high expenditures, but this is the case with the private hospitals also, because they were also facing the various financial hazards. We need to understand the reasons behind these financial hazards, and the one of the most among them is the disturbed equilibrium between the demand and the supply. In the COVID situation, the demand for the bed, ventilators, and all other equipments and the medicines, injections, that has increased, but the supply was not proper. And this has raised the gap between the demand and the supply. And this has also justified the high amount and the high charges which is taken by the private hospitals. The second important reason that the perks or the other benefits which are given by the workers in these hospitals has also added the huge financial burden on these hospitals. Various private hospitals in the country were hit by the contemporary challenges that has been posed by the pandemic, and that were the main reason that they have charged the high prices. Now, this COVID-19 lockdown meant that the people postponed their elective surgeries. Usually, the study inflow of the people with the chronic illness was high, but due to this pandemic situation, that was also become very low. Due to the shutdown, the international flights, foreign patients, they were also stopped visiting India for the surgeries. So, no matter how much a private hospital reduce the treatment charges, they cannot afford the treatment without any cost or in the low cost. There are the various research studies conducted by the different organizations in order to understand the balance sheet of the India's leading private hospitals, and they come with the conclusion that the revenue and the net profit was slowed down during this pandemic situation. So there were the two different kind of perceptions which has given by the two different groups. So on the one side, the patients were claiming for the high charges, but they were satisfied with the services provided by the private hospital. And on the other side, when we try to understand the reason behind these high prices, we came across with the various facts and the various important reasoning and the reasons behind these high prices. Now, after understanding the perceptions from both the sides, we try to test these conclusions and the finding with the help of the various theories which has been developed in the sociology in general. The first theoretical model which we have used is given by Berger and Littman, the social constructions of the reality. Now, this theory holds that the real world is constructed by socially and the culturally legitimate ideas, practices, and the thing. Now, we try to understand that how the perceptions of the common people are made on the basis of the various opinions and the various other rumors which are spread throughout the country. The very first basic idea was that why these patients have chosen the private hospitals over the public hospital, because throughout the country there was an opinions regarding and the perceptions created regarding the private hospitals that they provide the better services. The second important thing is the social construction of the notion of exploitation. So this is again is a social construction that these private hospitals actually exploit the patients. The third important dimension of this social construction is the role of the social media. The one of the very defining aspect of the current pandemic, that the unprecedented level of misinformation and the conspiracy and the various other opinions and the rumors were spread by the various means of the media. Now these were only the counterproductive in the fight against the current pandemic. Another important theoretical dimension to this whole finding is the application of the commodification of the health and the capitalism. Now we all know that the present era is an era of an capitalism where the market economy is very much dominating. Now this pursuit of the profit and the capitalism also lead to the commodification of the health that can be bought and the sold in the marketplace. Now the medical profession is also changing into the profession where the private hospitals are moving toward justification for the commercialization of the health because they are the part of the market economy. Now, another theory, that is the unequal exchange theory, also help us to understand the findings. This theory says that the better the goodwill, the more it can ask from the patients in the economic term in exchange of the same services and even some smaller services. Now these findings from both the phases of our study and this theoretical analysis of all the findings help us to conclude that the situation is created as many patients did not consider the government hospital as an option and hence paved the way, creating a difficult situation for these private hospitals people to handle the critical situation with limited resources and the financial challenges. Now this has created the imbalance in the demand and the supply chain. There was no active exploitation of the patient by the private hospital except for the few exceptions. Now these high charges were compulsive in nature as these private hospitals are part of the market economy. Now if we need to understand this dichotomy which is present between the profit maximizations and the ethics of curing the social suffering, we also try to understand the role of the government in this all discussion. Indian government has introduced a health policy, Ayushman Bharat Prime Minister Jan Arogya Yojana, that take more onus for the betterment of the poor in this situation as they cannot afford the high charges of the private hospitals. Various state governments in the country also come up with the alternatives for the situation and provided the financial restrictions in terms of the caps for the medical treatment in these private hospitals. Some of the states have fixed the cost for the RT-PCR test. They have also reserved the number of the beds in these private hospitals to treat the COVID patients. Now with the Nation Disaster Management Act in the place, the union government also have now the legislative authority to mandate the prices for the private health sectors. This pandemic is perhaps the best time for our Indians to answer change in the healthcare systems. So there are some suggestions for the future recourse. The guidelines provided to the private hospitals must be constantly monitored, maybe by appointing a nodal officer at each district level. Private hospital billing must be audited and the hospital must be transparent and provide itemized bill. There's a need to check the informal costing and the differential charges for the different social category and the services rendered by the private hospitals. There's a need to work on the policy that help in increasing the enrollment in different government health schemes and thus actualize the essence of the constitutional morality. There's also a need to improve the public health literacy that may help people to grasp the reasons behind the various recommendations and on the possible outcomes. What we need is a good public-private partnership model in the healthcare, as neither sector alone can respond to the situation in general and in the context of this kind of a pandemic situation in particular. There's also need to develop a policy for one nation, one healthcare, as different states have different guidelines, and that too contributed in the problems. Political parties may mobilize the issue of right to health to safeguard the concerns of the common people. Public health sector must improve the quality of the care or the services to attract the masses. The emergency situation which has created during this outbreak of the COVID has a reminder that the existing services are limited. We require a pre-planning and we need to strengthen the existing healthcare structures. Now, this outcome can be attained if both the service providers and the service takers, that means the owners of the private hospitals, medical professional, and the patients, become the active participation in this overall process. Now, to achieve this goal, regulatory, legal, and the ethical concerns have to be prioritized. This global experience laid the foundation for the future changes so that the system could be better prepared for the global challenges. Thank you.